To begin my day, I always make sure that I make my bed. This is the first thing that I do just to kind of stay clean and feel like I'm already accomplishing something. And then I'll change and head down to my kitchen. Once I'm in the kitchen, I'll make sure I make myself a nutritious thing to eat so that I keep my hunger bar full for lots of the day. Today I had jelly and toast. Then I'll drive myself to school. I always make sure I go very, very early because I do not want to be late to any of my classes, and I like to read a bit beforehand. Please ignore my terrible driving skills. And then I love to park in this specific parking spot right here. And then I'll head into the school and I'll grab a seat somewhere just to keep my energy up so I don't waste it before class. And then I always love to read a bit to get my intelligence level up and to get my fun bar up. And then the bell will ring and I'll head over to science class. Always make sure that you are early to your classes because you do not want to miss valuable time where you could be earning more credits. And then for science class, make sure that you mix the proper chemical solution. This one wanted me to add red and blue to make purple, but I accidentally did red and yellow, which made orange, and then it exploded and made me pass out. So don't do that. Do the correct one, and then you'll get this pretty little green fizzle that will happen to show you that you did it properly. And then you'll see your grade go up. And then after that, you're going to balance the scale. It's a little bit tricky to do at first, but you just kind of have to keep adding and taking away, and then you get the hang of it. And then once science class is over, you'll see what your grade is. I mixed 6 chemicals and I balanced 6 scales and I got 10 credits. A pluses equal 10 credits, and you need to get 50 to graduate as a freshman. So now I am almost kind of-ish, like a third of the way through. Then you can chat with your friends in the hallway. And then I decided that I was going to customize my locker. So you want to get credits to upgrade your locker as well. So you can spend them. Like I spent this one for the self-care, and I put it in my locker, and I made it all cute, and then I realized I was kind of out of credits, so I couldn't really buy anything else, but I really wanted to get something for my bottom little locker spot, but that's alright. Now I have a reason to go to the school more and take more better classes. And yeah, so I realized I was running late, so I quickly ran into my language class, and then this is the one where you want to write essays, which is a little bit weird, and the sentences honestly don't make much sense, but it's not too bad. So you want to read the sentence that's underneath the photo with all the question marks. So, and then you go red, green, blue, orange, I think, and you just kind of keep doing that. So you just want to match up the words with the icon. So it's not too bad. But yeah, this probably is my least favorite class just because it's really repetitive. But it's really easy as well, which is really nice. So you just want to make sure that you get an A+ so you can get your 10 credits like I did here. I did 17 stories made. So yeah, and then I was 20 out of 50 credits, which means 2 A+ class. So yeah, really good. And then after this, I decided to go back to my locker for a little bit to continue customizing it, which is a really fun thing to do in the middle of classes. So I did realize that I can do textures and colors. So the textures cost money, but all the colors are free. So if you've looked at my channel at all, you'll know that my favorite color is green. So of course I had to make my locker green. So I did that, but then I could not pick out a texture. So I ended up just not going with one. But here are a few of the textures.
After I selected my locker color and texture, I decided to go ahead and customize the door. I added the string lights, sticky notes, and I wanted to add the mirror, but again, I ran out of credits. Afterwards, I realized that I was about to be very late to my next class. Whenever you're late, a yellow arrow will pop up and lead you to your class. Luckily, I was not very late, so I still had a lot of time to do everything that I needed to do. Now, to participate in your art class, you're going to first go on the pottery wheel, make whatever you need to make, and then go to the kiln, and you want to take it out when it's yellow because you don't want it to burn. And then you're going to go ahead and tap the paintbrushes to paint it, and then you're going to hand it off to your teacher. I recommend sprinting just so that you can get this done as fast as possible. But yeah, just keep repeating that process, and you should get an A+. And then class is over, and then you'll get your grade back. I got an A+ for making 5 sculptures, so I earned 10 credits. After this, I decided that I needed some lunch to go ahead and get my moods up. So I ran over to the cafeteria, and I went over to the lunch line. There's 3 different cafeteria options: nuggets, spaghetti bolognese, and pizza. I just grabbed the spaghetti bolognese, and then I sat down and ate lunch with my friend. After that, I went ahead and I checked my schedule to see that I had gym next. So I went into the gymnasium just to wait for my class to start. I decided to review this to see what I had to do. And yeah, so the way the gym works is you're going to grab a basketball, and go to a red circle, you're going to hold V or press your screen until you're in the green, and then let go to shoot it, just like I did here. You just want to do this as much as you can. I got 13 shots made, got an A+, and I earned 10 credits. After you do gym, we've completed all 4 of the scheduled classes for the day, which was science, language, art, and then gym. So now you can do some extracurriculars like music. So I went ahead and I played the piano, although it was glitching when I was recording this video, but I just recommend tapping the buttons a little bit early to get the notes right. Then I went to the library to go ahead and read up a little bit more. After I was reading, I decided that I would go ahead and go to the football game. There wasn't anything actually happening, and I don't really know if you can play the football. I don't think that you can, but I just thought it would be fun to pretend a little bit. And then once me and my friend finished watching the football game, we went ahead and got in my car, and we headed over to the beach. We decided to grab some bent ice cream. I, of course, got chocolate, and then we got on the Ferris wheel to look at some of the gorgeous views of Bloxburg. Once we finished that, we got on a sunset cycle bike, and we went over to the movie theater because we wanted to watch one of the new movies. We decided to watch Alert. We grabbed a big thing of popcorn and headed into the movie theater. And yeah, it was pretty good. Once we finished watching that, we decided that it was getting kind of late for a school night, so we went back to my house. Well, I went back to my house, and yeah, I got changed in my pajamas, and I went to bed. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, just to help the YouTube algorithm pick up my videos and show them a bit more. I really appreciate you watching, and make sure to go check out my Orchid Hills build series. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.